Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
22,
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Carlton Davis.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
A gain of 13
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48.
Devin White on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
He'll let one go deep for Howard.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Panthers.
1st down, Bridgewater. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it'll be 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
And 10 yards to go.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Gain on the play.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
13 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Tackle made at the 16-yard.
That's a really nice play. Be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Complete.
A big play there for Carolina. 55 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey gets around, and he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score.
Touchdown.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but
It worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks
bullshit,
enter the
fucking
league
lag
with
on
that
these
mobility
kicks.
and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Brady's pass.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
43-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Levante David in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina.
Number 12.
DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on your team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Richie James on the return.
Walking the back.
And he gets it out to the
no way space
25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Oh, he breaks another.
What was that shit?
Field down to the 40.
Like,
It's all said and done.
who's gonna watch? You've seen that bullshit right there, right? No, who's in the stream right now?
It's 1st and 10. Right at the 40.
Made up for it right there.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
4.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski.
Fucking catching him in a
And they're
position
gonna
that
have
he's
another
fucking
first down
down.
as the tackle's made at the Panthers 14. The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020. Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many
offenses
are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
I should really be up in this game. Fucking 16 to fucking.
All square
I
down
don't never lag. I should really be.
Sends this one away.
That's gonna be this, but I don't feel
Fielded
that's
near
lag
the back
on
of the
this.
end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 24, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this 1st half of action. So we come upon halftime with a tie score, 13-all. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The throw over the middle taken in, and they're able to get this one across the 35.
Mike Evans has been so good downfield. I think that sometimes we end up taking him for granted. When you look back at what he's done each year in the league, he's been a 1,000-yard receiver each and every time. Now paired with the prolific Tom Brady, those numbers could really jump.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Brady letting one go deep here for Gronk. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for a noon walk. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened even before?
Nothing's going on the fucking ground.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bucs 22-yard line.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Ian Thomas.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's James. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Boston
Picked by Trey Boston.
3
and he's
picks
able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
2nd and 4.
They go play action. Bridgewater. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He was covered.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we wanted. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, Bridgewater. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run with McCaffrey. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Bridgewater now. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
To Ian Thomas.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
With the carry.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
For the Panther field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, and that won't beat us.
James on the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
For Mike Evans.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
24-yard line.
Throwing again. Brady. And now he'll fire deep downfield for James. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie Jeremy Chinn. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Lavonte David. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard.
From the 31, Bridgewater.
Oh my
and his
God,
throw's
really?
going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And his throw here is
Ian Thomas went fucking defensive on that one.
Up there that time with Thomas, and now it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Michael Palardi.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A gain there of 21 yards.
At the 36-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Anunwa, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
A 53-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery.
And that play, 1 too many times.
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going?
Right.
This definitely qualifies.
Justin Tucker set to kick
No one
off.
running that play.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Oh, we just don't pitch it.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they enjoy this 4th quarter lead, starting out 1st and 10 now following the missed field goal. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He's going to look deep for more.
Hit. Like, that
Look
was
at
a terrible
this.
throw.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
intercepted. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is out of bounds.
How is that so much fucking wide open
14
grass
yards
there?
there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
He's tackled
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he gets this one inside.
How is fucking Godwin fucking brushing off fucking Boston?
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Ingram. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 4. Back to throw, Brady. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Come on. We got this.
Quincy Enunwa. Second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
25. Panthers 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmaker.
Oh, are you fucking me?
There as it's intercepted.
Really?
Picked off by Tavon Young. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 36 yards. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown.
Justin Tucker lining
And a
up.
nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
Still got a
Receivers
chance.
love
Still got a
slant
chance.
routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly, and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now in desperation. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, an even 90 yards. And the Panthers are a 2-point conversion away from tying up this football game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Back to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now James returning. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bucks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
If it fucking drops, I'm going to be pissed.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Ingram again. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Panthers.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get